First time performing at Comedy Underground. I'm a little disappointed with a name like Comedy Underground. I expected it to be a little bit sketchier in here. I'm a little more afraid, but it's very nice. I feel like with these pianos, like I should have my wedding down here. It would be very easy for them to play The Luckiest by Ben Folds. That's all I'm saying. It would be very easy for that to happen. But a lot of you probably don't know me. A lot of you probably haven't seen me do comedy before. So I gotta make a confession to you. I'm Carson Tuttle, and I went to a Christian college. Yeah, thank you. That's usually the reaction I get. Mostly oohs and boos. I get boos every once in a while. That's my favorite. But the reason I went to a Christian college was because when I was 18 years old, I was still a virgin, and I thought, well, let's see how long we can keep this going. I'm not one to break a streak, okay? You got a picture of the 80s throwing down here, you keep them on the mound. That's just good management, right? But I went to a Christian college. I went to a small Christian college in York, Nebraska. That's actually where me and Pat became friends. In a small Christian college in York, Nebraska. And there's a lot of really strange rules that you have to follow going to a Christian college. For example, this is true in our student handbook. It said that students could not attend dance parties. Students couldn't go dancing. Yes, this was the tiny little town from Footloose. And no, there was no Kevin Bacon there to save us. We really needed him too. And this is a really weird rule to me that we can't go dancing, especially because we had a theater department that every year they put on musicals where you'd have people on stage singing and dancing. And I said, wait a minute, why is it okay for them to do it, but we can't go dancing? That doesn't make any sense. And I asked a professor at the school that question one time, and this is what he told me. He said, well, when the theater department does it, that's not dancing, that's choreography, so it's okay. Yeah, like they found a loophole with God or something. Like God is in heaven holding a lightning bolt, watching us dance, saying, oh, I hope they plan this in advance. I hope they have rehearsals to get the rhythm and beat down. Because it's that improvised dancing that I really have a problem with. God is just really into like choreographing jazz squares, I guess. Like that's what he likes. He's a fan of the theater. Going to a Christian college, there was also another really strange rule, which was that students at this school could not drink alcohol at all. We couldn't drink. It didn't matter if you were under 21, over 21, on campus, off campus. It didn't matter. If you went to the school, you could not drink. And I found out something through that. And what I found out was if you take a bunch of college students who want to drink, who are also Christians, they're all going to come up with the same excuse why they should be allowed to drink. And that's, well, Jesus turned water into wine, so. Yeah, I'm not a biblical expert, but I don't think that was the point of that miracle, right? I don't think just because Jesus participated in a BYOB 2,000 years ago, means you can get wasted whenever you want. That just seems strange to me. Like, look, like, I'm not against drinking, obviously. I'm not. But why are you using a miracle of Christ to justify your bad behavior? If you don't do that with anything else, a guy drowns in a pool, the paramedics don't show up and be like, I don't know, maybe you tried to walk on it? We don't do that. And of all the miracles that 20-something-year-old Christians are clinging onto, that's the one you've chosen? Water into wine? Jesus made like blind people see again. He made the paralyzed walk again. He fed 5,000 people with like a box of Ritz Bits crackers or something. And which miracle's your favorite one? The one with the Moscato. That was my favorite. It just really speaks to me that Jesus went through where I'm going through. So stop using Jesus to justify your drinking. He turned water into wine. He did not turn water into Jell-O shots, okay? No.